So my name is Mayank Midha. I'm the co-founder of Garv Toilets. And so I just want a favor from all of you. Please close your eyes for a few seconds and imagine the filthiest public toilet that you've ever seen. I'm sure it's not a pretty sight. So in most of the urban slum areas, there are public toilets which are filthy, unhygienic, vandalized, and irregularly maintained. So similarly, we need to imagine the plight of millions of women and adolescent girls. Basically, they have to adjust their bio schedules every day and go out in the open to relieve themselves in the dark hours where most of them face harassment or molestation. There are hundreds of children that die every day due to lack of drinking water facilities as well as unsafe sanitation practices. We believe that there's an urgent need to roll out integrated wash solutions, especially in urban slum settlements. In spite of the constructive efforts of the Indian government, we still have about 5 million households in urban slum areas that lack access to these basic facilities. So our journey really started with the development of an indestructible and smart toilet solution, where we utilized stainless steel as the raw material to make it indestructible, vandal-proof, and also so that the toilet could be made in a prefabricated manner. We made it eco-friendly with the use of solar power and decentralized waste management solutions. Further, we automated the toilet so that it could clean on its own through a PLC device, and we integrated IoT devices and RFID devices onto the toilet to achieve two purposes. One, to increase the operational efficiencies of our operations team at the back end so that they are able to track on a real-time basis that which toilets require refurbishments or spare replacements. Second, we wanted to create a user hygiene-related data bank where we are able to track in real time that how the toilets are being used, how many people have used it, what is the percentage of people who are washing the hands, and what is the percentage of people who are actually flushing the toilets. This is on a very aggregated level. These data points are really important because if we want to work with the underserved communities in the long term over behavior change aspects, we get very precise data points on what issues we want to work with the communities on. With the evolution of our product, our business strategies have also evolved. So apart from just selling the toilets, we are now forging long-term PPP partnerships with the governments, the local government bodies, where they provide us the land and the revenue generation rights for the long-term contracts, and we get to operate, maintain, and install the integrated smart sanitation centers, where we provide showers, bath facilities, drinking water facilities, and laundry, as well as a sanitation kiosk, which basically sells a lot of hygiene products to the underserved communities who use these facilities on a subscription-based model. We also utilize the outdoor spaces for outdoor advertising facilities to generate additional revenues. Although 95% of our installations are in India, we have been able to set up our footprint in 4 different countries on different projects. We have about 721 Garv toilets operating and providing 300,000 services every day, and also saving a lot of carbon footprint. So we believe that there's a lot of work that needs to be done, but if we work on SDG 6, we'd be able to create a much larger impact on all SDGs combined. And if we win this award, we'll be able to work on new technologies to prevent the spread of diseases which are communicable. Thank you.
So thank you so much. When I see these numbers, are you making money now?
Yes, we are a profitable company.
Okay.
And so we started a journey in 2015, actually, with some pilots. As I mentioned, we have been in the business of selling toilets and setting up the toilets with the CSRs, with the local governments, but now we have changed it to long-term PPP partnerships.
Fantastic.
Thanks very much. It was a great presentation. Can you tell me what's unique about your company, and how do you think your company is going to be a global leader in providing sanitation services in urban areas?
So we are bringing IT into SHIT, basically. So yeah, integration of smart technology on the sanitation platform and getting the data out of the toilets on a very aggregated level is very important for us. And obviously, in the times to come, it is not happening now, but we see that this data could be monetized in the times to come as well. And this is the differentiating factor for us. Thank you.
Can you tell me a little bit about the economic development aspect of the modules? Like the fertilizer and
Sure.
the kiosk?
Yeah, so what we observed in working with the communities over the last few years is the fact that communities have these inherent yuck factor when it comes to, when somebody calls it a public toilet. So everyone feels that if it's a public toilet, it'll be dirty. So we got these insights from the communities where they wanted us to provide a lot of services on the sanitation platform, basically. So that's where we are now rolling out integrated wash platforms, so providing drinking water and laundry facilities so that it becomes a one-stop shop for the low, underserved communities, low-income communities. And it changes the perspective around the public toilets and also provides additional revenue generation opportunities for us and changes the perspective, the mindset of the communities towards that. Yeah.
How are you making the communities part of this project?
So essentially, what we want to do ahead in this journey is the fact that we are doing it now, we are piloting it, that we are providing franchisee opportunities to local youth, and we are creating operational franchises with them, and on a revenue sharing model, so that as our footprint expands, the operational franchisees will be given out to the local youth, and we work with them in community mobilization activities as well.
And thank you very much. So am I right in understanding that these are linked to the sewerage systems, or are they independent from them?
So
And
most
sorry
of the
if I missed
times, these areas that we work in, they do not have sewerage facilities. So as I mentioned, we provide decentralized waste management solutions. We work with biodigesters, and these are biodigester tanks which are installed with the toilet complexes that we set up. And the only output that gets out of that biodigester is a treated liquid, which is odorless and colorless. It could also be used as a fertilizer, organic fertilizer for horticulture purposes. Sure.
How do you collect the money?
So there's a subscription-based model, as I told you. So there's a RFID access, which is provided. And so as and when people want to access the facilities, the subscription gets deducted from the cards, the access cards that they have. So whatever facilities they want to access, the subscription gets deducted. We started with cash collections, but we have moved on to cashless.
What's the relative cost of the services?
Cost of the services, yeah. So it's very subsidized and very market friendly as such. So for toilet use, it's about 7 cents US, and for drinking water facilities is about 10 cents. So a little bit of conversion. Yeah.
What could be the blockers? I heard this morning people asking what keeps you awake at night in terms of the development of your project.
Bureaucracy. So yeah, it's definitely a biggest hurdle, but everywhere we go, because we know that if we have to expand with the government. And government on its own cannot, provide these facilities and infrastructure to the communities that, the last mile communities. So it has to be a win-win for all partners, be it the NGO partners that we work with, for us, for the communities and the government. But there's a different kind of bureaucratic challenge everywhere in the developing economies that we face.
Takes time.
Yeah. Takes time, yeah.
Do you have any idea on your projection for the numbers?
On the numbers, we see, yeah, definitely. So the total addressable market for us, especially only in India, if we just tap about 10% of the market, we'll be able to tap a market which is worth about $1.2 billion. And so the sanitation economy, especially the smart sanitation economy, is projected to be touching about $6 billion in 5 years from now.
So what do you want to have achieved in 10 to 15 years' time, and how do you see your company addressing the global challenges of our time as well?
So yeah, we as I mentioned, there's an immense opportunity, especially in India and Ghana. There's the next market that we want to operate in. And so the ecosystem is supportive. As I mentioned, working on SDG 6, we'll be able to create impact on other SDGs as well, like health, equality, gender equality, and incomes, because there's a huge cost of health that the underserved communities incur due to the communicable diseases that spread. So we are impacting on a whole lot of SDGs with working on this aspect as of now.